The words life, liberty, and the pursuit of the happiness are in what founding document? What is the economic system of the United States? What is the rule of the law? Many documents influenced the US Constitution. Name one. Iroquois, Great Law of the Peace. There are three branches of the government. Why? Name the three branches of the government. What part of the federal government writes laws? What are the two parts of the US Congress? Name one power of the US Congress.
My fellow Americans, how exciting this is. Congratulations. Today you receive one of the most priceless gifts ever granted by human hands. You become a citizen of the United States of America. What an honor. It is with great pride and wisdom in so many different ways, because you have such great wisdom, that I welcome you into our national family. No matter where you come from, you now share a home and a heritage with some of the most exceptional heroes, legends, and patriots to ever walk the face of the earth. All of the triumphs and glories of American history now belong to you. You have it in your being. You have it like nobody's had it before. With this sacred honor comes the highest responsibility. As you know, the American way of life is unique in all the world, and as Americans, we must fiercely guard it and defend it. In this country, we believe in hard work and merit system and equality of opportunity. We believe in self-government and the fair and equal and impartial rule of law. And we cherish our liberty and our God-given rights to free speech, free exercise of religion, and the right to keep and bear arms. This special American culture is now yours to preserve. Your freedoms are now yours to protect. Our entire nation is now yours to love and to help build, and we trust that you will do a fantastic job and make us very, very proud. Congratulations once again. God bless you, and God bless America.
Welcome to this U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS Naturalization Process presentation on becoming a United States citizen. Today, we will be discussing general eligibility requirements, filing an application, the interview, and the oath ceremony. The general eligibility requirements are as follows. You must be 18 years old at the time of filing. You must possess the requisite amount of time as a permanent resident. You must possess the requisite amount of continuous presence in the United States. You must have physical presence in the United States. You must be able to demonstrate the requisite amount of time living in the state where the application is filed. You must be of good moral character. You must possess the ability to understand, read, write, and speak the English language. You must demonstrate knowledge of U.S. history and government. And you must have an attachment to the U.S. Constitution. As previously noted, you must be at least 18 years old at the time of filing your application, and you must be lawfully admitted as a permanent resident of the United States. You must have additionally lived as a permanent resident in the United States for at least 5 years, or 3 years, if you meet all eligibility requirements to file as a spouse of a U.S. citizen. The continuous residence requirements are as follows. You must maintain general residence within the United States for a required period of time. Extended absences outside of the United States may disrupt your continuous residence. Absences between 6 continuous months and 1 continuous year may disrupt your continuous residence unless you can prove otherwise. Absences in excess of 1 continuous year or more during the period when continuous residence is required may disrupt your continuous residence. Physical presence includes the actual time you have been present in the United States. It adds up the total number of days you are in the United States during the period physical presence is required. The requirement changes depending on how you qualify. Trips outside of the United States count against this requirement. You must live in the USCIS district or state where you apply for naturalization for at least 3 months before filing. Students who are 18 and older may apply for naturalization within their school's jurisdiction, or if they are financially dependent upon their parents, where their parents reside. You must demonstrate good moral character throughout the statutory period and up to the administration of the oath of allegiance. Committing certain crimes during the statutory period is an example that demonstrates a lack of good moral character. The statutory period changes based on how you qualify for naturalization. In terms of educational requirements, you must demonstrate an ability to understand, read, write, and speak English, as well as a knowledge of U.S. history and government, also known as civics. Depending on your age and how long you've been a permanent resident, you may be exempt from demonstrating knowledge of English. In order to talk more about the exemptions from the English requirement, let's take a look at this chart. If, at the time of filing the application for naturalization or Form N-400, you are at least 50 years old and you have had your green card for at least 20 years, you do not have to take the English test. You do have to take the Civics test, but you may take it in your own language. If, at the time of filing the application for naturalization or Form N-400, you are at least 55 years old and you have had your green card for at least 15 years, you do not have to take the English test. You do have to take the Civics test, but you may take it in your own language. If at the time of filing the application for naturalization or Form N-400, you are at least 65 years old and you have had your green card for at least 20 years, you do not have to take the English test. You do have to take the Civics test, but you may take the simplified version of the test in your own language. There are certain disability exceptions. If you cannot take the English test and the Civics test due to a medical condition, you may ask your doctor to file a medical certification for disability exceptions, Form N-648. Only certain licensed medical professionals can complete Form N-648. Medical doctors, doctors of osteopathy, and clinical psychologists. Members of the U.S. Armed Forces are not charged any filing fees related to U.S. citizenship for Forms N-400, N-336, and N-600. Continuous residence and/or physical presence requirements may also be waived for some military personnel. For more information, please see the brochure, Naturalization Information for Military Personnel, Form M-599. and/or speak to the Personnel Services Family Connections Office on base for assistance. Notably, in order to become a U.S. citizen, you must show a willingness to support and defend the principles of the Constitution and the laws of the United States. You must also declare attachment or loyalty to the United States and its Constitution by taking the oath of allegiance at an oath ceremony. To apply for naturalization, you must file the Application for Naturalization, Form N-400. You may find the application, instructions, and more information about the naturalization test and filing fees on our website at www.uscis.gov. Via the Citizenship Resource Center online, applicants may also find citizenship classes in their communities, videos, and podcasts to help them study, an online civics practice test, a preparing for the oath activity in partnership with the Smithsonian Institution, etc. My USCIS makes it easier than ever for you to navigate the N-400 application process. My USCIS simplifies the application process and helps reduce processing delays and requests for evidence that are sometimes caused by improper filing. Once you establish your online My USCIS account, you can log in and assess your eligibility to apply for a benefit, apply for the benefit, upload your supporting documents and evidence, e-sign your application, pay for and submit your application, track your case, communicate with us about your application, and find other helpful tools to help you prepare for naturalization and find citizenship preparation classes. Please note, we are continually updating My USCIS, sometimes on a daily basis, so some of the screens may look slightly different from how they do in this presentation. For first-time users, you will be taken to this landing page where you will see these 4 tiles. Add a paper-filed case, file a form online, enter a representative passcode, and verify your identity. By clicking on the File a Form Online tile, you can file the application for naturalization, or N-400. To find information on current filing fees, please visit the www.uscis.gov/N400 webpage. During the interview, please note that you are placed under oath. A USCIS officer reviews Form N-400 with you and determines if the eligibility requirements are met. You will then take the Naturalization English and Civics test. If you do not pass part or all of the test, you will receive another chance. If, after the interview, we need more information in order to make a decision, we will ask you for it in writing. If your Form N-400 is approved, you will be scheduled for an oath ceremony to recite the Oath of Allegiance to the United States. You become a naturalized U.S. citizen only after reciting the Oath of Allegiance. At the end of the ceremony, certificates of naturalization are issued as proof of citizenship. For related information on our online resources, including our self-service tools, citizenship corners, online resources, and research tools, please visit our www.uscis.gov/tools and www.uscis.gov/citizenship webpages.